She left. Now she's back. What do you do? If you run to her like nothing happened, you've already lost. But if you do this instead, you won't just keep your dignity, you'll change everything. This isn't about games. It's not about punishing her or pretending you don't care. Stoicism gives you something better, a way to handle this without losing yourself. Because here's the truth. Her coming back? It's a test. And most men fail it. Let's fix that. When someone walks away and then returns, your first instinct is either relief, thank God I won't lose her, or ego. Now I can reject her like she rejected me. Both are traps. Relief makes you weak, ego makes you petty, and neither gets you what you actually want. Stoics knew this. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react that matters." She left, that's her choice. She's back, that's her choice too. Your job isn't to react to her, it's to control you. 1. The real reason she came back and why it matters. Let's cut through the BS. When a woman comes back after leaving, there's always a reason, and it's rarely the one she tells you. Stoicism teaches us to look beyond surface-level explanations. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his private journal, "Ask yourself, what is this thing in its nature? What does it do? Why does it exist?" Apply that here. She might say, "I missed you. I made a mistake. I realized what I had." But the real reasons are usually, the grass wasn't greener. She tried something else and it failed. Loneliness hit. She couldn't handle being alone. Ego validation. She wants to know she can still have you. Convenience. You're the safe option. Here's the Stoic test. Did she actively work on herself while gone? Is she taking full responsibility? Has she shown consistent effort? Epictetus said, "Circumstances don't make the man, they reveal him." Her return isn't about you. It's a mirror showing her character. 2. The 30-day Stoic pause rule. Most men make their biggest mistake in the first 5 minutes after she returns. They either immediately take her back or reject her out of pride. The Stoic way? Implement a minimum 30-day pause. Here's why. Emotions lie. That rush of excitement, it's chemical, not rational. Patterns need time. Anyone can pretend for a week. You need clarity. Distance reveals truth. During this period, no relationship talks, no intimacy. Observe her actions daily. Marcus Aurelius practiced the view from above, imagining himself looking down on situations. Do this. Is she patiently respecting your space? Or is she pressuring, manipulating? Seneca warned, there is no easy way from the earth to the stars. If she's serious, 30 days is nothing. If she's not, she'll bail. 3. The boundary framework, Stoic style. Taking her back without boundaries is like rebuilding a house with the same weak foundation. It will collapse again. Stoic boundaries aren't ultimatums, they're self-respect in action. Before any reconciliation, establish non-negotiables, communication standards, conflict resolution, transparency. The Stoic test. Present these boundaries calmly. Her reaction tells you everything. Acceptance effort, you're potential. Resistance excuses, a repeat offender. Epictetus taught, first decide who you would be, then do what you must do. If you want to be a man of self-respect, boundaries aren't optional, they're mandatory. 4. The indifference paradox. Here's the ultimate Stoic secret. The less you need her, the more power you have. But this isn't about playing games, it's about genuine self-sufficiency. Practice this mindset. I prefer this to work, but don't need it to. Her staying is welcome, her leaving is acceptable. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." Practical applications. 1. Maintain your purpose. 2. Keep your options open. 3. Stay emotionally balanced. When she sees you're perfectly capable of living without her, one of 2 things happens. 1. She respects you more and genuinely commits. 2. She shows her true colors and leaves. Either way, you win. 5. The action-omission ratio test. Words are cheap. A Stoic judges by weighted actions. Track this ratio after her return. For every one thing she says, how many things does she do? For every one apology, how many changes appear? Warning signs. More talk about feelings than solutions. More promises than proof. More focus on us than her own growth. Positive signs. Consistent behavioral changes. Willingness to discuss tough topics. Respect for your healing process. Remember Seneca's wisdom. Time discovers truth. Don't judge her by a good week. Judge her by consistent months. 6. Preparing for both outcomes. A Stoic always has two mental doors. 1. The door where things work out. 2. The door where they don't. Prepare for both. If she stays, gradually rebuild trust, not instantly. Maintain your boundaries. Observe for sustained change. If she leaves again, have your support system ready. Know your recovery plan. Remember, this was always a possibility. Marcus Aurelius practiced premeditatio malorum, imagining worst-case scenarios to remove their sting. Do this exercise. If she leaves again, I will be okay, because this isn't pessimism, it's emotional preparedness. 7. The ultimate Stoic question. Before making any final decision, ask yourself this. If my best friend was in this exact situation, what would I advise him to do? This creates crucial emotional distance. You'll likely realize you'd tell him to go slower, you'd spot red flags easier, you'd prioritize his long-term peace. Epictetus said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we can listen twice as much as we speak." Listen to what your rational self says, not your lonely heart. The moment she comes back, you have power, but only if you don't need her. That's the Stoic secret. Epictetus was enslaved, yet he said, "No one can hurt you unless you let them." If you need her to stay, she'll hurt you again. If you're okay with or without her, you win either way. 1. Don't react immediately. Pause. 2. Judge her reasons, not just her return. 3. Set boundaries, not to control her, but to respect yourself. 4. Want her, but don't need her. That's real strength. If this helped, hit subscribe. One video won't fix everything, but the next one might.